I asked over on Instagram, what are your biggest style challenges and dilemmas? I got a ton of responses ranging from how to style this item I never wear, to what to declutter, what to add to my wardrobe, how to restyle dresses and skirts, how to dress for different body types, and I wanted to brainstorm ideas and share them with you today. These are all questions I have asked myself. These are questions that pop up all the time. So if we can address them and brainstorm ideas together, then we can level up our style and ultimately dress better. Over the last couple of years of making YouTube videos, I've been brainstorming solutions to these questions, so I want to share them with you today in case they can help you when you're getting ready in the morning. Before we get started, I'm working with Mejuri to bring you this video. I'm wearing their jewelry pieces, and I'll show you my jewelry stack later in the video. This first question came up a lot. Seems like all of my favorite outfits are fussy or not practical for my lifestyle. Any tips? If I break down this question, there are two main things. The first thing is that the outfits are not effortless enough. They're too put together almost. And then the second thing is that they're not practical enough. And we want to find ways to make it practical. Bridge this gap between wanting to look nice and wanting to wear our favorite outfits, but also making it functional for our everyday. Let's use a dress as an example. If I wanted to style a dress to look effortless, the first thing I would look at are my accessories and my hair and makeup. If I went out with my makeup fully done, with my hair in tight curls, if I wore the dress with a nice little feminine heel, these are all things that play at this polished and elegant level. If I combine these elements and went out, I'm going to feel very put together. With a dress, the first thing I would do is keep my hair and makeup a little bit more minimal. When you keep your hairstyle and makeup closer to your natural look, whether that's curly or straight, it will make the outfit feel a bit more natural. When it comes to bag, I would swap out any structured bag I'm using for a slouchier bag. So it can be like a slouchy straw bag, it can be a slouchy canvas tote, it can be a canvas bag, it can be like a fabric bag, or just a handbag that has this slouch shape. Second part of this question is practicality. For styling dresses, the number one thing I recommend is a cropped sweatshirt. I really like gray because I think it looks very average, very normal, very casual, so it's perfect to dress down an outfit. To address practicality, we have to talk about shoes. When we think of a nice dress, we think of pairing it with nice shoes. This is the most natural combination. But when we can actually do the wrong shoe theory, add in that sock and loafer, add in that loafer by itself, add in like a chunkier, more comfortable sandal. When we can create more comfort with our footwear, not only does it make it more practical, but it also dresses it down. So two birds, one stone with footwear. I got a lot of questions like this one, but instead of the summer dress, we're talking about blazers. The same kind of styling would apply. I would say one thing to add on here is that I really like blazers with athleisure. So think athleisure fabrics, you know, sweatshirts, exercise kind of materials. I think they pair really well with a blazer in dressing it down. Oftentimes, they have that same minimal undertone to it. The outfit stays minimal, but you've just used fabric to dress the blazer down. I think that works really well and it looks very effortless. Next question is how to start incorporating more texture in my style choices. I love this question and I'm going to guess you're asking this for summer because I guess in winter, whether we want to add texture or not, it's there. My favorite thing is linen. Linen has a beautiful kind of texture to it, and you can just tell it's linen before you even see the fabric tag. It's not as flat as cotton. Arguably, it's even more comfortable to wear in the summer, and this is the fabric that I recommend you own for summer. If I wanted to wear more texture, the thing I would definitely do is to get a textured bag. The idea is that you can wear this with all of your outfits and always be layering on texture. Straw bag, of course, this is a summer staple, and you'll be able to see in the inspo that even if your outfit is really flat, if you add in a straw bag, it looks a lot more layered texture-wise. And then if a straw bag is too casual, I also recommend one of these woven leather bags. These have been so popular for the last many years. Whether it's an Agni, Dragon Diffusion, I've seen some from Mansa Gabrielle recently, every brand is doing it. It adds a texture, adds a pattern, creates more depth in an outfit. You can always rely on some heavier textures. I think of patent leather. So a little accent on the shoes I think can be very chic. Even something croc embossed. I love these sandals I have from Cezanne. I wear them all the time. They feel very chic against cotton light pieces. And then on the opposite side, I like a little silk. I don't like wearing silk in the summer because the care for it is a little bit too high maintenance. But a silk scarf that you tie around your hair, around your neck sometimes, around the bag, can be a nice way to add in this silky fabric against cotton. Next question is, how do you choose your necklace to the outfit neckline? Here's my honest answer. While every neckline has an ideal necklace, in my collection, I tend to stick to just a few lengths. So I like my necklaces short. It's very rare that I'll wear a very long necklace, but sometimes I'll move between short and like medium. As a petite person, I find that I wear a lot of long things. So because of that, I like to always mix the long silhouettes with shorter accents and not having everything be dragged down by length. When it comes to actual necklace lengths and necklines, this is my rule. If a top or dress has a lower neckline, I always do a very short choker style necklace. I like to bring the attention back upwards, like I said. And then if a neckline is already quite high, I don't need my jewelry to compete with it, in which case I will have a slightly lower necklace. And this is also to prevent the necklace from moving around too much. When it constantly kind of flips in and out, I find that really annoying. So this is my little rule when it comes to necklace lengths. I want to show you my Mejuri stack now. I'm wearing some very summery pieces in turquoise. I've got this beautiful turquoise necklace. This one comes in 2 lengths and I chose the shorter one because I'm a fan of the shorter necklace. I like how small these little beads are. It creates nice texture and it contrasts some of those more voluminous pieces I wear. It creates that delicateness when you style it together. I'm also wearing the matching turquoise bracelet with a silver cuff. This dome cuff is made in sterling silver. It's kind of like a medium weight where it's not very heavy and chunky, but it's also not light and flimsy. It's a comfortable weight for everyday wear. I try to wear it a little bit higher on my wrist, and the chunkiness I really like in the silver pieces. Because I'm wearing the silver, I'm also wearing silver in my earrings. This is a bit different for me because I usually wear gold, but I love the chunkiness of this one, and silver always feels a little bit more modern and sleek than my usual gold. These are not too heavy, so they wear very comfortably throughout the day. The thing I really like about turquoise is that I think it looks equally as good with silver or gold. So wearing the silver today, but it looks great with gold as well. If you're not a fan of turquoise, but you're looking for some kind of beaded necklace, they're also doing these green aventurine beaded necklaces as well as carnelian. I've looped in one of my gold pendants, and you can of course wear it alone as well. These are great to add texture, these are great to add color, and I have like a red Mejuri necklace that is one of my most worn pieces from them. If you like the look of these jewelry pieces and you'd like to learn more, I'll have everything linked down below and you can look through my picks and my selection. This next question is not one single question, but it's actually like 5 to 10 questions I got, all surrounding this topic of decluttering. How do I decide what to declutter? How do I let go of styles that don't suit my vibe? And they don't make me feel my best, but I loved it so much at the time. Here is my true answer. The reason I like to curate, edit, declutter things I no longer love is because I find that in the process, I learn something about my style and I don't make those same mistakes again. I also believe in this notion that when we declutter, we are actually learning more about ourselves and we are also elevating because we now have a new standard in our wardrobe. Everything you keep looks incredible on you, and when this is your wardrobe, you start to judge the clothes out there a little bit more harshly. When your wardrobe looks amazing on you, anything you see in the stores that doesn't meet this standard will obviously be a no. So when I try to be more curated, I find that I buy less because it doesn't always match the level I have, if that makes sense. But this truly has helped my wardrobe level up so much because I'm constantly kind of questioning, does this look as good as the option I already own? For this question, I feel like you're not asking about how to literally get rid of something, but I guess how to justify it. And I justify it by saying that I've learned something and this is going to teach me to not make that mistake again. These next questions are so fun. How would you style this skirt? And it's got these blue and red, or I guess navy and red, large stripes. It's a mini skirt and maybe you're not wearing it as often, so she's asked for style inspo. And then the other piece is a gingham skirt. So what to wear it with other than black? So here's what I would do. I would just kind of type it into Pinterest, see what comes up. What I'm getting is a lot of like striped jersey tops with a mini black skirt. Let's reverse this. So let's pair either a black kind of rugby top or a black sweatshirt or a black sweater, depending on what you have, with this skirt. The biggest thing for me in this outfit is silhouette. You want that top to be more oversized to balance out the skirt. Everywhere I look on Pinterest, probably because I've been saving this a lot, are socks and loafers. So the skirt with the socks and the loafers, I think it will create a very sporty look with the stripe. I love using inspiration and then reversing the pieces. So I think this is a perfect way to wear it and to look for inspo if you can't find specific outfits with this skirt. I would also do different sweatshirts, different sweaters in oversized silhouettes in a block color. As to the specific color, I feel like light blue would look really nice. Kind of ties in with that navy, works well with the red, and it can be the third color in your outfit. For myself, I will wear it 100% with like a cream sweater. I love long sleeves with mini skirts. I don't know what it is, but I love that combination. If it's warmer weather, then I would do some linen shirts or a linen blouse combined with this skirt. Something voluminous, something oversized again to work with silhouette. For this skirt, because it's a larger pattern, I would also mix it with finer details. I wouldn't pair it with anything else that is chunky in an outfit. I would do like fine, more delicate looking jewelry. I would do like a more delicate like bag strap. I don't know, just smaller, more delicate things to contrast the bigger pattern. For the gingham skirt, I'm kind of gonna use my dress to recreate to show you. I see a lot of inspiration styling gingham with like a white graphic t-shirt. The idea is that gingham can feel quite playful. I say gingham, I think of bows, and because of that, with the graphic t-shirt, it creates this playful look that I think suits each other really well. A lot of this question is to do with preference because honestly, black and white can go with most things. I tend to like black and white with softer colors. So light blues, light yellow, muted, softer colors, I think would look really nice. It's playing into the summery playfulness of the gingham. I truly feel like this is such a versatile pattern, so I could keep on going, but those are my top picks. Next question, purses or bags to carry a laptop to work? I'm petite as well. I get asked this question in real life a lot as well, so I've got so many answers here. My safest option is the Kuyana tote or the Tory Burch tote. I owned this Tory Burch tote 8 years ago and I used it during uni and it was my daily bag for a long time. You cannot go wrong here. It's sturdy in construction. It looks beautiful. Can't go wrong. Next level up, I would say Mansa Gabrielle. I love this brand. Again, I used to have one of their bucket bags. Wore this all the time. And this brand is one of those brands where I always appreciate their design. I love their bags with the contrast lining. I just think it's so chic, yet so simple. I find that like patina over time, very charming. My very favorite recommendations in this category are St. Agni and Dragon Diffusion. These bags are incredible. If I were to work in an office and carry my laptop all the time, this is where I would spend my money. Something with that gridded texture, probably something with a slightly thicker strap so it feels more sturdy to carry more weight. And these with any like work outfit, so chic. You mentioned you're petite and I guess it's best if the gridded pattern is not too big, but anywhere from micro, small to medium, I would definitely opt for in this style of bag. I'll link to my favorite options down below if you'd like to have a look. I see these being worn in Sydney all the time for commuting to and from work, and I think it looks incredible. I will also give a special mention to any briefcase style bag. This is one I own from Oleada. I feel very chic when I carry my laptop in this bag. This one is so beautiful aesthetically, but I mean, let's be honest, the fact that I can't fling it over my shoulder is a bit of a downside because sometimes when I'm commuting, I do need to be hands-free. That is the downside, but if you don't mind it, if you drive, this is so ridiculously chic to carry a laptop in. I also mentioned for this Oleada design, they've got this little pouch at the back, and this is where you put your mouse, your cables, your cords. It's a pretty smart design. Next question, good loungewear work from home recommendations. And I want to combine this question with this one. Ideas for outdoor outfits like hiking. Let's combine those all together. So whether it's outdoorsy or whether it's loungewear, there's a lot of overlap in this category of my wardrobe. So what my work from home loungewear as well as my hiking clothes have in common is that I often style my loungy pieces in different ways. So when I'm working from home or loungewear, what I focus on are my bottoms. The bottoms have to be elasticated on the waist. So it can be a pair of simple pants like these with an elastic waist. I will wear this all the time, inside and out. And I feel both put together when I work in them, but also I feel like they're low maintenance and easy to wear, easy to care for. I 100% recommend elasticated wide leg pants. These are an essential. When I'm working from home, I like to dress up a little bit just so I am, I guess, feeling my best so I can do my best work. I will usually wear some cute sweater, whether that's like a Cezanne Leontine, a Cezanne Betty, something like that, with the elasticated bottoms. I will also do like an elevated t-shirt or blouse with elasticated bottoms. This is my uniform when I'm working from home. Loungewear, activewear, outdoorsy clothes. In this category, I have a very small edit and I just try to make sure I love the fit of everything. So this means having like this cute little black skirt in my collection. These have a liner on the inside, so they're quite practical, but they're also like a very fleecy loungewear fabric that I find versatile. I really love having these gray sweat shorts. They're so basic, but I don't know why, I just love wearing these so much. It's in the fit and it's in how casual and effortless they feel. The other bottom I always wear are, of course, my tights. I have these gray Lululemon tights. I love the color, I love the fit, and this is my favorite tight of all time. On the top, it's always some kind of long sleeve. As it gets hotter, it turns into these tank tops with the bra inserts included. I like to get these from either Vuori if you want something like super nice, and then Uniqlo also makes a very good option as well. In the winter, this gets even more simple. I have this Patagonia fleece. I wear this with my tights whenever I am heading to and from the gym, and if I'm doing any hike in winter, this is the only combination really. I find that personal style is still relevant here because I tend to gravitate to certain things. I love like a casual, like relaxed item like a grey sweatshort. I love a pop of color that you can see in that Patagonia jacket. I often in my workout wear have some pops of color, for example this pink like sports bra. There is so much activewear being sold out there that it's actually very possible to find the details that align to your style. One of the final questions, how to style when you're in a hurry? Any style tips to elevate a look and add that oomph? So I love this question. Biggest tip here is that I like to have 4 or 5 combinations for every season that I can always repeat. In a rush, I don't want to try anything new. I want to wear something I know I feel great in. I hate when I'm in a rush and I wear a combination that I just hate. So go back to your outfit formulas. If you don't have them, create 3 to 5 outfits you can repeat. I start off with a base that I love, and then these are some of the outfits I can create just by grabbing a couple of accessories on my way out. Something hard to give up in this step is lipstick, lip color. These are some of my go-to lip shades. We've got the Chanel Tender Beige. This is one of my most used. These two are Korean lip tints. They're very similar, but I'll swatch them side by side. So we've got 3CE in Night Talk, and we've got this Etude House one in Dusty Beige. I'll swatch them and link them down below if you'll like to have a look. If I'm really in a rush, I will usually just style the couple of bits around my face or my fringe so that it's not like sitting flat on my face and there's a little bit of something to it. If you have a question for my next video, please let me know in the comments below. I will refer back to this video when I make the next one, so let me know. Thank you to Mejuri for working with me again. If there are any questions I didn't answer, didn't address, let me know in the comments so I can get to it next time, or so that I can get back to you in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you soon. Bye.